Cincinnati.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Second and 10.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
And now an audible here into something else.
In motion goes the tight end.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Mayfield finding Williams once more, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
Mayfield to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Bengals at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Hey, alert 33.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Mayfield looks to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Bengals 0.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken at the 37. Broken tackle. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 5. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Pistol. Dead. Hey, alert. What's that?
Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Point it right. Hey, alert. 1 sec.
Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Done.
To throw, Mayfield.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas
With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
This is Turner. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Good. Regular. Run. Good.
Now Mayfield.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Kings! What's that?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll look to throw here.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Point it right. What's that?
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
Hurry! Up! Done!
Looking to throw.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Done! What's that?
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Regular. That's hot.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pistol. What's that?
The give, right side for Gibbs.
rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission.